do have former Utah Congressman and Fox News contributor Jason Chaffetz. All right, Jason, the border was an issue before you got to Congress. It was an issue while you were in Congress. It's still an issue. Are any of us going to live long enough to see the border resolved once and for all?
Well, they should, but it's been a lack of political will. The laws are on the books to actually build the border wall, to secure the border, to have an entry-exit program, and to deny people to just simply walk across the border. But it's been a lack of political will. And the Biden-Harris administration, in addition to the Obama administration, had done everything they can to not only encourage people, but essentially invite people to come here, knowing that if they do get caught, they're going to be released into the homeland by the tens of thousands. And with the expiration of Title 42, even though a judge put that order in place, I think there are still tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people that will be pouring across at about 18,000 people a day is the estimate, trying to come into our country, in addition to the millions that have already flowed across our borders.
You know, Jason, it's not just the pandemic. I mean, it's a national security issue. It's a law enforcement issue. Do you think the pandemic is still a sufficient health danger to continue triggering Title 42? Or should they just do as you say, and look, we're not going to rely on Title 42. You're not coming to the country for other reasons?
Look, it's human trafficking. I've talked to border agents who believe that upwards of 90% of the women that are trafficked across that border are raped along the way. It's a drug problem. I mean, look at the problem with fentanyl and literally the tens of thousands of Americans who've lost their lives. So human trafficking, you'd think that'd be enough. You would think the drugs would be enough. I mean, the cartels are essentially running the border. I know that Secretary Mayorkas says that we have operational control of the border. We do not. And it's not just you or me, Trey. It's the Border Patrol. Talk to the Border Patrol. There's not a Border Patrol agent out there that thinks we have control and that we're doing the right thing. Allow these men and women to do their job, repel this invasion, push these people back, and get back to the people. You know who we're failing, Trey? We're failing the people that are trying to do it legally and lawfully. Those are the people we're failing.
All right. On that point, I have this vague recollection when you and I were there together that you spent a lot of time looking at fraud in both the refugee and asylum programs. So do I recall that right? And what did you find when you looked for evidence of fraud in those two programs?
Yeah, I was on the immigration subcommittee there on judiciary. We looked specifically at asylum, and starting with the Obama administration. And, you know, it used to be that you had to come from like the Democratic Republic of the Congo or South Sudan, where there's real conflict. Think of Ukrainians trying to come. They're trying to flee. But Obama changed it to, hey, your boyfriend's beating you up, so, you know, that should be good. Climate change, that's enough to have you come across the border and claim asylum. And it turned into this massive abuse where you just see literally streams of people coming across with notes in their pockets, and they get it out and they read it, and essentially the people in the United States say, well, you can be here, you have to go through your asylum claim, and you're going to do that 12 years from now. And by the way, when I was looking at it, there were only 3 administrative judges for immigration in the entire state of Arizona. 3 of them. And they were supposed to handle these literally hundreds of thousands of cases. It was a joke. It was never meant to actually have the adjudication process work.
So if you utter the right allegations with respect to asylum, then you will remain in this country until your court hearing, and they may or may not go looking for you if you abscond. I think that's right, right?
Yeah, not only do you come here, then do you say, well, the judge has given me a date and it's years in advance. So, but wait, I got to work. I got to be able to go to school. I got to be able to get medicine, all of which the American people pay for. And so then you go back to the court and suddenly you have papers. And so you can go and compete against Americans for American jobs.
Jason Chaffetz, thank you for joining us on a Sunday night. Look forward to visiting with you soon.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.